Good morning, skiers and snowboarders. It is Sunday, January 26, 2020, about 8:45 or so, just a little bit before that. And this is your snow report for the southeast and mid-Atlantic ski areas. And I'm going to kind of take you quickly around the report, a little bit different than we may normally do. We were expecting quite a bit more significant snowfall, I guess, up into West Virginia and Maryland, and we did get snow across the region, just not quite the snowfall that we expected to see in some of the areas further north. That could still happen a little bit later on today. Yesterday we showed a meme that was shared by Ski the East, and kind of talked about all the promise of heavier snow that we would have throughout this season, only to see that kind of fail. And again, that kind of seems to have taken place, although it's really nice to have snow. We've had about 8 inches of snow now over the last 7 days across portions of the region. And so, you know, it's snowy, it's cold. We had that mild spell again, and then things kind of turned back plenty cold again. So we can be thankful for that, I suppose. Let me kind of go ahead and go down the snow report a little bit different. Today I'm just going to kind of give you the overview, and I would just tell you, if you want to see all the specific details, base depths, and those kinds of things, you can hop over to skisoutheast.com, click on the snow reports, and you'll see all of those additional pieces of data that I'm not going to share here on the video snow report this morning. Really not going to be talking bases because the base depths are plenty good. I saw a few things on Facebook yesterday where some people were saying that we have very thin bases, and you know, there's a little bit of that across portions of the region, but nevertheless, you know, you only need 4 or 5 inches of snow underneath your skis or snowboard to be able to enjoy it, and we definitely have plenty of snow coverage. There are some ski areas that, quite frankly, I think are exaggerating the base depths numbers when some of them are reporting, you know, 50 to 80 inches of base. I think that's a bit disingenuous, or maybe a little bit of marketing going on, because you know, average base depths I don't think are up into the 5 and 6 foot range, that's for sure. So I'm going to kind of go down the snow report a little bit differently, and we're going to start off with Ober-Gatlinburg, which I'm showing right now. This is a portion of their mountain coastering portion of the hill, and then of course you see a piece of the snow tubing park, and this will pan back around to the slopes themselves. But 26 degrees there this morning. They are making snow. They had 1 inch of natural snow, and 6 slopes open today. Of course, they've got ice skating, tubing, and mountain coastering are all open and you know, ready for your enjoyment. Next, we're going to go ahead and go right on over to Wisp Resort, the other ski area here in the southeast and mid-Atlantic that only has 1 resort in the state, same as Ober, only one in the Smoky Mountains of Tennessee. Wisp Resort is the only ski area in Maryland. They are at 29 degrees this morning. You see things are kind of frosted over on that particular camera. I'll kick back over to the one that kicks across the lake there at Deep Creek Lake, which is at the bottom of the mountain, and we'll show that. But anyway, 29 degrees there at Wisp Resort this morning. Again, 1 inch of snow there as well. They made snow. I don't see where they're making snow now, but you can see they're getting a bit of natural snowfall still falling. 23 slopes are open today at Wisp Resort. Ice skating, tubing, mountain coastering are all open. And now we'll go down to North Carolina. Well, we'll swing through all of the North Carolina ski areas. Appalachian Ski Mountain, 24 degrees there this morning. A trace of new snow over the last 24 hours. As you can see, they are making snow as we speak, and they are 100% open with 12 slopes and trails. Of course, all of their terrain parks are open, as well as ice skating. We'll now go over to Beach Mountain Resort, where we're probably going to see, yep, that's the close-up view. So let me kick back over to the summit camera. You can see things are kind of snogged over. I showed you the Beach Mountain Parkway cam just a little bit ago, and I'll give you that shot again because we're getting a little bit clearer views, although even that one's kind of, kind of fogged in. You can see kind of everything's kind of covered in a frost of rime ice and about 2 inches of snow. Beach Mountain reporting 18 degrees there this morning, 2 inches of snowfall over the last 24 hours. They are making snow. They have 10 slopes and trails open. The park, their terrain park, is open as well. And ice skating and tubing are open. And you can see just how gorgeous that shot is. And I was up there yesterday afternoon, had lunch at Fred's Backside Deli, and kind of went around to a few of the favorite tourist spots there on top of Beach Mountain. And I can tell you, around 1 o'clock, there was a good fluffy 1.5 to 2 inches of snow. They've had a bit more of a dusting to flurry going on throughout the evening, and even as we speak this morning, no real additional accumulation. So we're holding at that 2 inches, and that's what Beach Mountain is reporting as well. I'm going to go ahead and go down now to Cataloochee, where Cataloochee, I heard at least from Tammy Brown's email. I've actually emailed Tammy a couple times and have not gotten a response. So I'm not 100% convinced that Tammy is still a part of that organization. But at any rate, Cataloochee is reporting 22 degrees this morning. You can see already bluebird skies. Quite a lot of traffic already hitting the mountain at 8:46 this morning. Again, Cataloochee, 22 degrees. They reported a trace of new natural snow. As you can tell, they are making snow there. 100% open is Cataloochee with 18 slopes and trails. Terrain park features are set up, and of course they have their popular tubing hill open as well. And I'm going to keep it right here while we talk Sapphire real quick. We don't have a live shot for Sapphire. Reporting 32 degrees, no snowmaking over at Sapphire. I'm sorry, no snow, no natural snow. They did make some snow overnight. They are 100% open with both of their slopes and their tubing, Frozen Falls tubing park as well. Next, we'll go to Sugar Mountain, where you can see things are kind of snogged in there as well. We're still seeing that across a lot of the region. As I look out my window here in beautiful downtown Sleepy Hollow, I'm seeing the same thing. Things are kind of got a little bit of a light flurry and certainly foggy conditions this morning here. But Sugar Mountain is reporting 19 degrees, and they too are reporting, in fact, they reported about an inch of snow, and I give them a little heck whenever they over-report. I'm not going to give them heck, but I'm going to say that I went up to the top of Sugar Skiing Country Club, and it was kind of cool to see that they were open up there. Let me see if I can get you that shot. Sometimes that one's even more fogged in. It appears to be the case. It's actually iced in as well. And that's kind of evidence of what I saw whenever I was up there on top of Sugar yesterday. You can see this is at the bottom of the mountain at Easy Street, and things are kind of frosted over there as well. But I would tell you that, certainly on average at the top of the mountain, there was about an inch of snow. But there were certainly some pockets that were closer to 2 inches of snow later in the afternoon. So we're reporting 2 inches of snow there, and they are making snow as well. They have 12 slopes open, tubing and ice skating is open as well. Next, we'll go over to Wolf Ridge, which doesn't appear to be nearly as snowy, but they are reporting what they're saying is less than 1 inch of snow. I think basically they had a good half inch maybe. That would certainly be less than 1 inch. But they're reporting 21 degrees. They are making snow this morning. They've got the most slopes open that they've had all season long today, with 7 slopes and trails. Tubing is open. They are only open, however, for day sessions only today. Next, we'll go into the Virginia ski areas. And I can just go ahead and tell you across the board from what we saw in this morning's report, none of the Virginia ski areas were able to make snow, even though we were seeing temperatures that were hovering right at that snowmaking temperature. It's got to be kind of frustrating for some of those guys. But we'll kind of run through that report right now. Wisp Resort, 32 degrees, reporting a trace of natural snow, but no snowmaking. They are 100% open with 8 slopes and trails. Tubing and ice skating is open as well. Massanutten, we'll go to Massanutten next. I think alphabetically I should be at the Homestead, but I think we're calling them Omni Homestead these days. But Massanutten, as you can see here, looks plenty snowy. 28 degrees. Again, no snowmaking. They are open though with 9 slopes. Their terrain park's open. Tubing and ice skating is open, as well as their phenomenal, awesome water park that they have there on the mountain. So they're in great shape. We'll go to Homestead Resort next, where Homestead is 29 degrees, no snowmaking again. 3 slopes and trails are open. Tubing is open, as well as their mini snowmobiles. And if you check back on this camera in a little bit, you'll see evidence of those mini snowmobiles that are available for kids, for young people to play on, which I think is pretty awesome. Next, we'll go to Wintergreen Resort. See if I can't show a couple of shots there. You can see evidence of snowmaking happening there now on the mountain, reporting 26 degrees. Again, snowmaking is happening. A trace of snow, 14 slopes and trails open. Their terrain parks open, as well as their tubing hill. And you can see one of those tall tower guns is firing snow as we speak. But 26 degrees, 14 slopes and trails open at Wintergreen. Next, we'll go up into West Virginia, where I'm so pleased to be able to show you that we have multiple cameras aimed now at that mountain, HD cameras. You can see some snow coming down right now, so they're getting some natural snow. Canaan Valley is at 22 degrees this morning. They only reported, though, a trace. David Lesher's Canaan Valley weather reported 0.8 inches, so a little less than 1 inch of snow, natural snow. No snowmaking, which is a little bit surprising. Let me give you the mid-station shot, the newest camera that's up on the mountain, which is great. You can see some light snow flurries kind of blowing in the wind there this morning. That's a great shot right there, by the way. But Canaan Valley is open. No snowmaking. Surprising, but they may be letting Mother Nature do their thing and then kick them back on tonight. I'm not sure, but they do have 23 slopes open. Tubing is open, and ice skating is open as well. Remember that Canaan Valley is only open for day sessions up until 5 p.m. Today. So let's go to Snowshoe's Silvercreek first. They say we don't give them a lot of recognition, but here's a live shot right now at the bottom of the mountain. You can actually see what looks like a little bit of a misty light rain that's falling right now. We'll see. We don't get much out of the Basin Cam these days. In fact, we're getting nothing there. It looks like it's frozen over. Let's go to the Boathouse, and you can see maybe a light trace of snow there. I can tell you that Snowshoe is reporting 1 inch of natural snow that fell overnight. We'll go over to Shaver Center, and you can see some evidence of that. Kind of the same thing you saw up on top of Beach, with kind of a frosty snog, that's going on. Let me see if I can give you the village shot. And you can see some evidence of some light snow there as well. I think they've had 1 inch of snow, and then they're getting a little bit of trace light, we'll call it underdeveloped snow this morning. But Snowshoe is at 20 degrees right now, plenty cold. 1 inch of some kind of mixed precipitation. They are making snow across portions of the mountain. They have a region-leading 47 slopes open, many terrain parks. Tubing is open, snowmobiling, and certainly a lot more. They've got their great indoor, outdoor pool area there as well. We're going to go now over to Winter Place at the resort center there, where Winter Place is at 28 degrees this morning. A trace of snow, according to Terry Pfeiffer and Tom Wagner's bunch up there. No snowmaking going on right now, but they do have 21 slopes open, and tubing is open as well. So that's it for your snow report for Sunday. Be sure to go over to skisoutheast.com and check out the full snow report there. We give a lot more details. Also, we'll be making some comments as we kind of have Sunday as my day to ramble a little bit on the first tracks. So we'll post some interesting tidbits there, and some photos from some of our super fans over on the Facebook side of things. Be sure to follow us on Facebook because we're doing a lot of announcements right now, including obviously the fact that, as you see here, February 28th through March 1st, we're having the Ski Southeast Summit at Snowshoe. You can get huge lodging discounts, 15 to 20% off mountaintop lodging. Along with that, you get a free Sunday lift pass for as many people as your unit accommodates. Sunday first tracks with us, as well as we're going to be giving away some newly designed, some pretty cool designs, shirts and hoodies and caps and those sorts of things. So I think right now, from what I'm understanding, we're up to around 35 people who are booked and going. I haven't heard from the usual crew that seems to always make it, but I'm sure we will. But that's it for your Sunday. Be sure to check back again soon. We may post some updates throughout the day today. Again, visit us at skisoutheast.com and resortcams.com.